Hey everybody, I'm back again with another Nerdy Draws, and holy crap, that music throws me off every time. You can't. Anyways, for this episode, I'm drawing Lenalee from one of my favorite animes of all time. It was this anime, and then it was Sergeant Frog came first, and then it was this anime. But this anime is called D.Gray-Man. And Lenalee is from this. She's actually one of the four main characters, and people are gonna hate me for that because I remember reading some things where it's like the four main characters are not them. There's like five main characters with Miranda and Corey, which I can agree. They're pretty important characters, but then at the same time, I feel like the writer of the story puts a little bit more importance into these characters. Either way, characters and like position status aside, I really love Lenalee, and I almost feel like she's a little underappreciated with the writer herself, because she could have had way more, she could have had a little more importance to the story, but with the newer anime, I shouldn't say the writer, the newer anime puts a little less importance to her. But if you haven't seen the newer anime, I completely recommend that. D.Gray-Man Hollow, and it's really good. It starts off on episode 104 because the last episode ended on 103 when I think the director died of the last one. He died, and so they stopped making the shows afterwards. So they stopped at episode 103 when there was so much the story had to offer. And I'm so glad that it came back with it, and that anime was a great anime. But for this drawing, I decided to go with something a little bit more simple. See, okay, so the last drawing that I did, it's getting a little bit hard to read in here because it's like, I'm covered in a blanket and it's like middle of summer. But, not middle of summer, it's like beginning summer. But, I decided to go with a simple drawing for this because the last drawing that I recorded with my phone like I usually do. And the problem with that is it stopped halfway through. My phone just died, and I was nearing the end of the drawing, and I was like, screw it, I'm just not gonna continue this because it didn't even save the video file, and so what's the point of continuing? So I ended up drawing this on digital, and I actually kind of like the way this one came out because I used like a gray out instead of using full color, which I actually kind of liked. I don't do that a lot. I know I did that with the lapis lazuli drawing, but I've never really done that on digital. Usually digital I'll color a little, but I kind of liked the blackout, and I've never really experienced that. And then I tried something that I saw Turquoise Tea do. I've referenced her in a few videos, so like I think it's the lapis lazuli video. I really recommend watching that video and going to her link if you want to see what she does, because she's a great artist. But she does this thing where she uses gradient tools for her coloring and her backgrounds and stuff, and I sort of thought that was a really good idea. It's not sort of thought, I've always kind of really thought that was a good idea, so I tried to do that in this drawing, and I kind of like the way it came out. It takes a little of the simplicity away, and it sort of makes it look nice. And for this drawing, I know Lenalee is generally a pretty happy character, but I feel like she's got so much more that the show doesn't really express, because okay, spoiler alert here, she's losing 4 of her closest friends and then has to deal with that as she's staying, and I don't know, I feel for her. I've never experienced what she's gone through, obviously, but, like, I feel so bad for her because, like, she's explicitly said that friends are her world, and she's losing them. Easy. And the question still begs, where to heck is Lavi? But I guess they'll explore that in later chapters, and I'm waiting for those to come out. I know they said Bookman no longer had a successor. And whoever doesn't watch the show, I'm so sorry. I'm completely rambling. You don't know at all what I'm talking about. But either way, plot lines aside, my opinions on the show aside, I really love this character, and I'm glad I got to do her. Plus, she's so pretty. She's honestly so pretty. And her and Miranda, they steal my heart every time I watch that show, I swear to God. And I used to have this really weird big crush on Alan when I was younger. Luckily, I've gotten over that. That was disgusting. But it's gotten better, and Lenalee is now my wife. I call her. She's mine. Haha, I'm just kidding. I won't take her from anybody, but I still love her. She's so pretty. My wife. Anyways, to stop being weird, I tried to go for like space tears for this, but I decided that would be a little bit much, so I ended up just going with regular things. And we're nearing the end of the drawing actually, and I put white out right here, and I used cloud. And so there's my signature, and this is the final drawing, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see me do a drawing, just put "would you like to see me do" text in the comment section.